Hey guys, Alex Khan here, and I'm going to show you the most expensive Jada diecast I've ever seen. And guess what? You see this current bid of $650? This bidding is not over for this Jada diecast. Now, Jada diecast are decent, but they would be considered a budget diecast. So anything above 100 is considered a lot for Jada. I have never seen a Jada diecast go up to $650. So let me just show you what this is. So if you had ever seen Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, there is a scene where Han gives the main protagonist Sean this red Lancer Evolution so that he can do drives for him. And this is that car, and this is a die-cast version of it. It's 1/18 scale. Now this is one that I've always wanted, but I don't want it for $650. The most I would spend for this die-cast would be $100. That's it. I would not spend more than that, because honestly, from Tokyo Drift, I think the Nissan 350Z die-cast are a lot better than this one. But this one is extremely rare, so when it pops up, it usually fetches a pretty good price. But this is a ridiculous price, $650. So what we're gonna do, this auction ends at 10:15 p.m. tonight. So I'm gonna come back at 10:10 p.m. and record the last 5 minutes of this auction, and we'll see if this bidding gets even higher than this. Alright guys, this is another update. There's still 11 and a half hours left before this auction is over. Look at the current bidding price, $1,525. This is very suspicious. A lot of times, people will just bid on items and they have no intentions of actually buying it for whatever reason. And yeah, I nobody would spend $500 on a Jada diecast, let alone $1,525. So that was my update. We'll come back at around 10:10 p.m. and show you the last 5 minutes of this auction. Unless there's another crazy bid, in which case, if there's another crazy bid that goes past 2,000, then I'm gonna come back and update this for you guys. Hey guys, so I'm back, and it is now 10:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This auction ends in less than 5 minutes now, as you can see. So we're gonna watch this countdown, and we're gonna see what other kind of shenanigans are gonna happen with this auction. Obviously, these are not real bids. I think these people are trolling the guy who was selling this car for whatever reason. I can't explain why somebody would want to do that, but no one's going to spend this much money on a Jada diecast car. Again, Jada's good, but it is a very lower quality diecast compared to, say, well, shoot, I don't know, like Hot Wheels Elite. But not even a Hot Wheels Elite car can surpass $1,000. This is just ridiculous. But anyways, the bid started obviously really low. It was like zero. Well, I think $0 or maybe $20. I forgot. But after like 1 or 2 days, it kind of shot up. So for something like this, I think 200 would be reasonable. Now again, this is not a set price. This is an auction. People are actually driving the price up themselves. The seller did not set this price at all. So again, the people who are bidding on this, at least two of them are trolls. I've seen it happen so many times with these eBay sales. Like when the price just goes up, it's too good to be true. So there's 3 minutes, a little over 3.5 minutes left, or less than 3.5 minutes left. So this is what I predict is going to happen. The seller is going to ask the guy who wins this if they can pay. The guy's going to make up some excuse as to why he can't pay. So the seller's going to go to the next person, the next highest bidder, and ask him if he can pay. He's not going to be able to pay either. Probably the third person can't pay either. But I think the third person started bidding past $300, $400, so none of them are going to pay for this. And then this item is going to go back on eBay. That is what's going to happen. It's going to go back on eBay, and it's probably going to sell for like $200, $300 max. Honestly, if I was the seller, I would just, I don't know, maybe question the people that are bidding. If they don't respond, then I would just block them from bidding on this. This is not, it's not realistic at all. And I feel sorry for the seller. In fact, I kind of feel sorry for, I just feel sorry for the seller. That this is just a waste of everybody's time. Because I think there might have been maybe 1 or 2 legitimate bidders. As you can see, there are 30 people watching this. So maybe there's like, maybe say 25 legitimate people who wanted to bid on this. At this stage, no one is actually going to be bidding anymore. It's the legitimate people who are still watching this. They just want to see what kind of price this thing fetches. But then you have 2 or 3 trolls who are just driving this price up. I don't know why they did that. Maybe they don't want people to buy this thing. Maybe that's why they did it. They're kind of gatekeeping the Lancer. Sean's Lancer Evolution. We can look at some pictures while we're waiting here. So here's the car. It's 1/18 scale. And you can see that it's not even very accurate. Look, you can see the steering wheel is on the left side. In the movie, it's on the right side because although most of the movie took place, although most of the movie was filmed in the United States, it was supposed to be set in Japan, and as a result, this car is supposed to be a right-hand drive, which they did not get that detail correct. But it's still something that a Fast and Furious fan would want to have, especially because it's rare. But again, it's not. This car is not worth more than $300. And I told you guys earlier, I would only spend $100 on this. Maybe up to $150, but anything past that, I just don't care because in Tokyo Drift, I feel like the DK had a better car. Although DK's car kind of sucked when they made it in diecast form. But Morimoto's golden 350Z was pretty sweet. And then even the T-Hair's 350Z was pretty sweet. So this car's pretty nice too, but again, not that much. Sean's Monte Carlo that he drives at the start of the movie was pretty sweet. And again, this car's pretty sweet too, because this one gets the most. This one gets a lot of car action from Sean. And then I think the one that everybody wants is a 1/18 scale version of Han's Mazda RX-7. All right, here it comes, guys. Let's see what the final bid is, the final winning price is on this. It sold for $1,550. So all that bidding stopped earlier. It's kind of funny that no one was bidding at the last second. Like, it was just bizarre. Why would they stop bidding earlier? It's this whole thing is bizarre. So bidding has ended, and it has sold to whoever. And again, this is not a real bid. So I don't know if I want to release this video now as it is, or wait a few days and see if the seller relists this, because I'm pretty sure the seller is going to relist it, because no one is going to spend this much money on a Jada diecast. Not even a top of the line 1/18 scale diecast would fetch this kind of price. Like, I've seen some pretty good ones at $1,000, but this is ridiculous. This is like spending. It's like spending more than $1,000 on a Jada diecast. All right, so we'll see what happens. Otherwise, this is going to be like the title says, the most outrageously priced. It's not priced. It's the most outrageously high auction for a Jada diecast. I'm not sure how I'm going to title this video, but I would like to know if the person who won this thing actually is going to pay for it. I kind of doubt they are. This whole thing just smells suspicion to me. Alright guys, so last night when this auction ended, I went back and looked up Sean's Lancer Evolution. And then once that auction ended, look at this. 2 new listings for this car sprang right up. So these guys were watching this auction with great interest, I'm assuming. Dude, I can tell you right now, man, that previous auction that we were watching, there's no way someone actually spent that much money. There's just no way. So I seriously doubt anyone's going to spend this much money on a Jada diecast. Because unless you're a diehard fan of the movie, Jada makes a lot of similar Evolution diecasts like this. Not exactly this style, but if you're a diehard fan of the movie and you really want this design on this car, then I still can't see you spending this much money on it. Because again, there's far better cars that were made into diecast. Maybe not the Evolution, but you know, like the 350Z. But this is just way too much money, guys. That's ridiculous. Anyways, so that was my look at this car. So peace out. So it's been a few days since this auction ended. The first one that we watched. So remember, the winning bid was $1,550, and I told you at that time it seemed very suspicious that people were jacking the price this high. I failed to actually look at the bid history though. Let's look at the bid history here. Now, as you know, eBay does hide the identities of the people bidding, but it does not hide their rating level. So the guy who won this auction, he had a rating of 25. And he was in a bid war with this guy with a 235 rating. And then we have this troll account here with a 0 rating. All these guys were just drilling this price all the way up. Now, remember that. Mainly the guy with the 25 rating and the guy with the 235 rating. So, remember that. I went to another auction of the same diecast car, Sean's Lancer Evolution. So, look at the current bid. It's $1,025 right now, and there's still 3 days left. Now, let's look at the bid history. Can you guess who we're going to see bidding on this car? Wow, it's the guy with the 25 rating. If he won the last auction for $1,550, why is he bidding on this one now? I guarantee you, he had no intentions of paying for the first auction, and for whatever reason, he is bidding on this one too to jack that bid all the way up sky high. And at the start of this auction, you had the guy with a 235 rating driving the bid up here. What's happening here is the people who actually want to buy this for a legitimate price, they're not going to be able to buy this because these trolls are just driving the bids up. I don't know why they're doing that. I have a theory though. My theory is they're driving these auction bids up on this car to make this car look a lot more valuable than it really is. Again, this is a Jada diecast. Jada diecast is very low quality. They are not top of the line, so they at the most would probably fetch $300 for the rarest Jada. But I would only pay $100 for this crap because honestly, if you look at it, it's not very screen accurate. The wheel stance is too low. You can see the steering wheel is on the wrong side. The steering wheel should be on the right side. It's not very screen accurate. I just wanted it because I'm more of a completist. I wanted more Tokyo Drift diecast. But with this kind of nonsense shenanigans going on, I am not going to bid on this. So let's look up Sean's Lancer Evolution. And suddenly there's all kinds of Lancer Evolutions on auction here. Now here's a reasonable price. This guy has it set for $225. That is a reasonable price. The auctions, those are reasonable too because they don't set the price. It's the bidders who set the price. And then these crazy bidders who hijack these auctions are the ones driving the bids up. I'm not going to say who is doing it because I don't know for sure. I think eBay could do some digging and find the connections here, but eBay has all kinds of resources to connect the dots. So hopefully eBay investigates these people, especially the guy with this 25 rating who probably didn't pay for his first auction. Why is he now jacking the price up on another car? The same car. So that's all I want to say. I'm going to call this video scam bidding. I'm going to call it scam bidding just because these people are driving the bids up to artificially make this car look a lot more valuable than it really is. But I know for a fact this car is not worth... Honestly, it's not worth more than $200. $225 is reasonable. But again, I would only pay $100 for this garbage. I already have the good cars from Tokyo Drift. I don't need the Lancer Evolution too. Especially with these people driving the bids up. So here's the original auction, guys. Look right here. It says this item has been relisted. This is the one that we watched. So let's go look at the relisted listing for this. So I'm assuming because of non-payment, this guy was forced to relist the item, and this one sold for $225 plus shipping and handling. Now that is a reasonable price. So I'm glad that this seller, I'm assuming he blocked the previous scam bidder, or maybe he put a set price on this so that whoever wanted it, they can get it for a more reasonable price, and then that shut down the eBay bid scammer. But I haven't checked the other listing to see if that bid scammer was bidding on other items again. There was that one listing he was bidding on it. He got the bid up to over 1,000. So I guarantee you, if he wins that auction, which I didn't check, he's not going to pay for that either. So I knew that guy couldn't pay for it.